Foodbanks Nation, it's game day. Mexico versus Panama tonight here at the home of the Chicago Fire.
Yeah.
I'm with Mr. Cesar Hernandez and I'm Wiso Vasquez. And we're going to give you our AT&T Expresa Tu Pasión pregame analysis and prediction. How's it going, Cesar?
You know, doing well. Excited, man. I mean, we got some time to prepare for tonight's game. It's going to be excellent. It's going to be exciting. It's going to be Mexico's final preparatory match before the game against the United States.
This is the last friendly, so this is the last one before the U.S.
The last tune-up.
The last tune-up before Mexico gets to play that huge game in Columbus, and a lot of people don't know that. I think they're like, another friendly. Panama may not be the greatest opponent, but
it's much
this
more than
game
that,
is definitely needed.
It's a final opportunity for Osorio to fine-tune his tactics. Also, his final opportunity to see some players who could potentially sneak into a fringe spot or potentially a starting spot next month's roster.
Definitely, and this is almost Osorio's one-year anniversary is coming up. So exciting to see, pretty much what he has done from a year ago. I know everyone's still talking about that 7-0. It's still in everybody's heart. But let's talk about the Panama game. Yesterday, Cesar and I got a chance to go to the press conference. Summing up the press conference, he said something about the players. It's very, very important. Confidence in the players. What was all that about?
He was talking about the spirit of the player. He was focusing a little bit more. So he was looking forward to U.S. match, saying that these players, they have the spirit, they have the ability to actually really stand out in a match like that. And he also talked about Panama a bit, how we should give him a little credit. That Dueñas and Molina talked a little bit how these players have tactical ability and also the speed to really hit Mexico on the counters. And that's something to keep an eye on tonight.
Definitely at the press conference. They talked about the U.S. They talked about Columbus. Juan Carlos Osorio is already looking at the players. He mentioned some of them. He mentioned, for example, that he's played with, that he coached Altidore. He talked about Pulisic.
Yeah, he talked about Pulisic and his abilities.
His ability. So Osorio is definitely using this match, of what's coming next. Then we had a chance to go to the training. Very light. They only let us in for the first 15 minutes. Actually like 30 minutes. I think the highlight of that, we were right behind the goal, and we almost had to put our keeper gloves on because all these balls were rolling around.
Yeah.
And we were trying to.
I was getting ready to be Guillermo Ochoa. I was getting ready to look like I could be like a fourth option on the national team right there, right behind.
Wow, that was low for Cesar. I was ready to become Guillermo Ochoa and not play. That's exactly what he just said. Nothing that we can get out of the training. The keeper. It looks like the keeper, and we'll mention Alan Pulido, but the keeper. Maybe Cota gets a start. Moises Munoz and Jesus, Chuy Corona were all kind of very involved, very physical. I thought they would take it light. No, these guys, I would have had bruises all over the place if I was doing what Ochoa and Cota and Moises. But other than that, big news, Pulido.
Yeah,
what's going on?
I mean, he had a little bit of an injury. It looks like it's a little bit of it doesn't seem very serious. It's a knee injury. We'll see. I mean, it's unlikely that he'll be playing today, but we'll see what that means in the future. Maybe it's enough that he won't get an opportunity to play for Chivas in the near future,
Ouch.
but we'll see. We'll no confirmations just yet, but we'll see what that means.
Well, there you go. The game is today. It's going to be at 9:06 kickoff time. They actually changed it, so make sure if you have the carne asada and the East Coast, you have a little more time to prepare. But about this game, we did talk to our friend Tom Marshall. Panama they brought their youngsters.
Yeah,
so it's going to be a very inexperienced game between Mexico and Panama.
Yeah, it's going to be two experimental. It's going to be experimental rosters. It's going to be probably some experimental formations. Both teams are still trying to figure out, who those backup options are, who those options are who could, help the team during World Cup qualifying.
Definitely. So I think, for me, prediction-wise, it's going to be a low-scoring game because of all of the different changes. And I'm going to be the bad bearer of news. I think we're not going to lose. I think it's going to be a tie game. I think it's going to be 1-1. We saw what the defense did against New Zealand, and it's kind of shaky. Marin, Ayala, and then more substitutions, rotaciones from Osorio. I feel that these players are getting way too confused with what Osorio wants to do. I can't wait to see this master plan that he has. Prediction for you?
I'm going to be a little bit more optimistic.
You always are. You always are.
I tend to be a little bit more optimistic. I'm going with a 2-0 win for Mexico tonight. I think they're both, even though both the rosters are experimental, I think just the talent that Mexico has on paper is just superior to what Panama has. And I think you're going to see, potentially maybe some young options scoring goals. I mean, you might even see...
Orlin Pineda from far away.
Yeah, he does like to take those far shots. He does actually like to take those far shots.
Yeah.
As of right now, yeah.
All right, guys. Well, we have to mention thanks to our friends at AT&T for giving us this opportunity. Expresa tu pasión. Definitely use that hashtag. Yesterday we did a great event with them. I got to chat to the legendarios Osvaldo, Gerardo Torrado, and also Sage, the experience that they're giving us. This great background. We're here at the booth, so if you're in Chicago, definitely come to the booth. Say hi to a lot of legendarios. Say hi to us. We'll be around here, around the stadium, give you all the color in talking to fans. Again, gracias a nuestros amigos de AT&T. Expresa tu pasión. Thank you, Cesar. It's going to be a fun game.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
We will be with you guys. Keep it here with Footmex Nation y nos vemos en un rato.